Okay. Here we go. Kyle gets a phone call. Cindy brings him the phone, and you can hear the baby in the background crying when Cindy hands him the phone, and then um they show Tracy, and she looks afraid, very afraid. And she says, Kyle, he asks her what's wrong, and the next thing Kyle hears is Merle Callahan on the phone telling him he's holding everything he has, everything he loves. I can't even imagine the way Kyle feels right now. I can't even imagine, but I was afraid of this. I was afraid of this. I mean, I just feel like I know Mike told him not to deal with Merle or whatever, but I feel like man, he should have just played the game. I don't know. He didn't think Merle was going to get out, but I just oh, this is it's just oh, Kyle starts pleading, obviously, telling him, I'll go back in the gym, pop, whatever you want. And Merle's like, mm-mm, it's too late, brother. And Kyle, at this point, he knows. And he tells Callahan, he said, I will kill you. He goes berserk because I mean, what else is he going to do? That scene was crazy. That killer. And remember, they talked about him being, Mike said he's the dirtiest, most evil person he's ever known is there with your wife and your son. Merle pretty much tells him what he's going to do and he hangs up on him. Kyle yells for the guard, for Cindy, tells him, send the police to the address. And he said, tell him it's a murder in progress or something. And he's just, I mean, oh, what? Oh. And I wonder where her sister is, if her sister was even there, if he killed her sister. But anyway, Cindy's like, okay, she runs and takes off to make that call. And she knows, and she tells him, "You don't have to do this." And there's no reasoning with him. He's a psychopath. There's absolutely no reasoning with him. She says, "You don't have to do this. I know you don't want to." And I'm thinking he wants to. And he tells her, "That's where you're wrong. I do want to." And she just begs and pleads, and she tells him, don't hurt my son, don't hurt Mitch. And he goes, Mitch, you named him after the dead brother. They've been bringing up Mitch a lot. I don't know if they're just trying to remind us about Mitch, but he's been coming up a lot. I mean, I know he's gone, but if he wasn't dead, I would have been thinking, is he coming back? Because he's been mentioned a lot these last couple of episodes. But anyway, he says, as far as I'm concerned, it's the same fruit from the tree or whatever, falling from the tree. And she said, and he said, basically you're collateral damage. And she said, well, we know who you want. You want Mike, go get him. But he said, I'm really sorry. He was so calm and creepy. And he was like, I'm really sorry, which I don't think he is. But he tells her, he was like, you can, he said, just breathe. And he was like, you can close your eyes. I'm like, man, that had to be something. You just know this is it for you. And then I guess she comes to the conclusion that this is happening. Oh, she tells him, she asks, pleads with him not to hurt her child, but he's making her think he's going to. He didn't say he wouldn't. So anyway, she leaps towards him, and then the scene goes off, and you hear a gunshot. And then the next scene, he comes out of the house, and she scratched him. So I'm sure that's gonna. I don't know. I guess that'll be DNA under her fingernails, even though they know it's him. And you hear the baby cry. So he did not hurt the baby. They show Mike and he already knows. This is the next scene is this, and he already knows. And he just looks like, I feel bad for Mike because everybody's blaming him and he's just as hurt as the rest of them. He can't do it all. Ian's trying to console Mike and tell him, there's no way you could have known. And he said, I think Mike said, Ian, or not Ian, but Kyle is refusing visitors. Apparently, Kyle tried to hurt himself. Um, and Ian said he's not going to hurt himself. He knows his son needs a dad. That's wild. Cindy tries to call Mike, and he doesn't pick up the phone. And he probably he was about to, and then I guess he felt like he couldn't. He just couldn't deal. Oh, this scene here, Mike showed up at the prison and Nina, the warden, was waiting for him and they walked in. And I really feel like they're really going to start working together better and more because she can understand what he's going through because the cartel has her daughter or her daughter in their sights, holding her over her head. So I think they're going to have a really good relationship working together. Right. And I do feel like Mike's going to be able to help her. But man, y'all, this episode was heavy. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see episode 9. I just, oh man, I feel for Kyle, and I had a feeling that was going to happen, and I just wished, when they broke into her car, I had a feeling they were going to have a tracker or something on her car. I'm not sure how they got a hold of her, but that's what I'm thinking. But anyway, whew, tune in next time for the next recap. I can't wait.